Welcome to Simple Understanding channel. Our video today is about CPIM Certified in Planning and Inventory Management, full comprehensive course. Let's begin with small introduction to the certificate structure. Is the CPIM program right for you? Building the skills necessary for success in supply chain management requires resilience and agility. The Certified in Planning and Inventory Management, CPIM, designation is a highly recommended choice for individuals seeking to excel in this field. Obtaining the CPIM certification will provide you with the tools needed to efficiently manage risks and disruptions and effectively utilize technology to enhance processes. What will you learn? The CPIM 8.0 curriculum covers a comprehensive range of topics, ensuring you develop a holistic understanding of supply chain management. The key topics include supply chains and strategy, sales and operations planning, demand, supply, detailed schedules, inventory, distribution, quality, technology, and continuous improvement. These topics are carefully selected to ensure a thorough grasp of essential concepts in supply chain management. Exam structure. To earn your CPIM designation, you'll need to pass one comprehensive exam covering all 8 modules. The exam consists of 150 questions, and you have 3.5 hours to complete it. The score range is from 200 to 350, with a passing score of 300 or above. This rigorous exam ensures that you have a deep understanding of the entire CPIM body of knowledge. Detailed course breakdown. Let's take a closer look at what each module covers. Module 1. Supply Chains and Strategy. Section A. Supply Chains, the Environment, and Strategy. Section B. Strategic Scope and Objectives. Section C. Developing and Managing Organizational Strategy. Section D. Functional and Operational Strategies. Section E. Environments, Types, and Layouts. Section F. Performance Monitoring and KPIs. Section G. Risk Management. Section H. Capital Equipment and Facilities. Final section, Sustainability Strategies. Module 2, Sales and Operations Planning. Section A, S&OP Purpose and Process. Section B, Aggregate Demand and Supply Plans. Section C, Reconciling S&OP Plans. Module 3, Demand. Section A, Demand Management. Section B, Sources of Demand/Forecasting. Section C, Forecast Performance. Module 4, Supply. Section A, Creating and Validating the Master Schedule. Section B, Using and Maintaining the Master Schedule. Section C, Material Requirements Planning, MRP. Section D, Capacity Requirements Planning, CRP, and Scheduling. Section E, Suppliers and Purchasing. Section F, Changes and Product Lifecycle Management. Module 5, Detailed Schedules. Section A, Planning Detailed Schedules. Section B, Scheduling and Production Activity Control, PAC, Methods. Section C, Creating Production and Service Schedules. Section D, Managing Detailed Schedules and Scheduling Materials. Module 6, Inventory. Section A, Inventory Planning. Section B, Inventory and Product Costs, Value, and Metrics. Section C, Itemized Inventory Management. Section D, Inventory Control. Module 7, Distribution. Section A, Planning Distribution. Section B, Replenishment and Order Management. Section C, Waste Hierarchy and Reverse Logistics. Module 8, Quality, Technology, and Continuous Improvement. Section A, Quality. Section B, Technology. Section C, Continuous Improvement. Each module is meticulously designed to provide you with in-depth knowledge and practical skills. In our video course, we will break down every module with details explanation for each sections and real examples, and we end up each section with practice test questions and explanation answers. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video. Your support means a lot. CPIM Certified in Planning and Inventory Management. Comprehensive course. This video is subtitled. Don't forget to enable the captions with your language. If you don't find your language, ask me in the comment below. You also will find in the description a download link for the materials with 10 PowerPoint over 500 slides with details explanations for basics of supply chain management, suitable for CPIM Module 1. Before begin, please don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to Simple Understanding YouTube channel. Let's begin with Table of Content of Module 1. Section Titles. Section A, Supply Chains, the Environment, and Strategy. Section B, Strategic Scope and Objectives. Section C, Developing and Managing Organizational Strategy. Section D, Functional and Operational Strategies. Section E, Environments, Types, and Layouts. Section F, Performance Monitoring and KPIs. Section G, Risk Management. Section H, Capital Equipment and Facilities. And the final section, Sustainability Strategies. Let's start with Section A, Supply Chains, the Environment, and Strategy. Overview. Supply chains encompass the entire process of producing and delivering a product or service from the supplier of raw materials to the end customer. This section introduces the basic components of supply chains, the environment in which they operate, and how strategy plays a crucial role in their success. Key topics. 1. Components of a supply chain. Understanding the various entities involved in a supply chain is fundamental for managing and optimizing it. A. Suppliers. Role. Provide raw materials, components, or services necessary for production. Example. A car manufacturer relies on suppliers for steel, electronics, and tires. B. Manufacturers. Role. Convert raw materials or components into finished products. Example. A factory assembles parts to create a completed smartphone. C. Distributors. Role. Move products from manufacturers to retailers or directly to customers. Example. A logistics company transports goods from a warehouse to retail stores. D. Retailers. Role. Sell products directly to end customers. Example. A grocery store sells food items and household products to consumers. E. Customers. Role. The end users who purchase and use the products or services. Example. Individuals buying groceries from a store or ordering electronics online. 2. Supply chain environment. The environment in which a supply chain operates significantly influences its efficiency and effectiveness. A. Economic factors. Role. Economic conditions impact supply chain costs and demand. Example. During an economic downturn, reduced consumer spending can lead to lower demand for non-essential goods. B. Technological advances. Role. Innovations can streamline operations and improve supply chain visibility. Example. Implementing automated warehouses to increase efficiency and reduce human error. C. Regulatory landscape. Role. Compliance with laws and regulations is essential for smooth operations. Example. Adhering to environmental regulations regarding waste disposal and emissions. D. Competitive forces. Role. The level of competition affects pricing, quality, and delivery standards. Example. A highly competitive market may push companies to optimize their supply chains to offer lower prices and faster delivery. 3. Strategic importance. Aligning supply chain strategy with overall business strategy is crucial for achieving competitive advantage and long-term success. A. Aligning supply chain strategy with business strategy. Role. Ensuring that supply chain activities support and enhance business goals. Example. A company focusing on premium products ensures its supply chain maintains high-quality standards. B. Competitive advantage through efficient supply chains. Role. An efficient supply chain can be a key differentiator in the market. Example. A retailer with a well-optimized supply chain can offer faster delivery times than competitors, attracting more customers. Conclusion. Understanding the components of a supply chain, the environment in which it operates, and the strategic importance of aligning supply chain and business strategies is fundamental for success. Suppliers, manufacturers, distributors, retailers, and customers all play critical roles in the supply chain. Economic factors, technological advances, regulatory landscapes, and competitive forces shape the supply chain environment. By aligning supply chain strategies with business goals and leveraging efficient supply chains for competitive advantage, organizations can enhance their operational effectiveness and achieve long-term success. Let's take a small practice test MCQ questions about Section A, Supply Chains, the Environment, and Strategy. 1. What is the primary role of suppliers in a supply chain? A. Convert raw materials into finished products. B. Move products from manufacturers to retailers. C. Provide raw materials or components needed for production. D. Sell products directly to end customers. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Suppliers provide the essential raw materials or components required by manufacturers to produce finished products. 2. Which component of a supply chain is responsible for converting raw materials into finished goods? A. Suppliers. B. Manufacturers. C. Distributors. D. Retailers. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Manufacturers are responsible for transforming raw materials into finished products that are ready for distribution and sale. 3. Which factor is part of the supply chain environment? A. Production efficiency. B. Supplier relationships. C. Economic factors. D. Customer satisfaction. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Economic factors, such as inflation rates and economic growth, are part of the broader environment that affects supply chain operations. 4. How can technological advances impact supply chains? A. By increasing competition. B. By improving visibility and streamlining operations. C. By raising regulatory challenges. D. By increasing the cost of raw materials. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Technological advances, such as automation and digitalization, can enhance supply chain efficiency by improving process visibility and streamlining operations. 5. What is a strategic objective of aligning supply chain strategy with business strategy? A. Reducing supplier dependency. B. Enhancing competitive advantage. C. Increasing product diversity. D. Expanding market reach. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Aligning supply chain strategy with business strategy helps enhance competitive advantage by ensuring supply chain activities support overall business goals. 6. Which component is typically the final step in the supply chain? A. Suppliers. B. Distributors. C. Retailers. D. Customers. Correct answer, D. Explanation. Customers are the end users of the product, making them the final step in the supply chain. 7. Which of the following best describes the role of distributors in a supply chain? A. They create raw materials. B. They manufacture goods. C. They move products from manufacturers to retailers or customers. D. They provide customer service. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Distributors are responsible for the transportation and distribution of products from manufacturers to retailers or directly to customers. 8. What is the impact of regulatory landscapes on supply chains? A. They simplify the production process. B. They increase the speed of delivery. C. They impose rules that must be followed, affecting how supply chains operate. D. They reduce the cost of goods. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Regulatory landscapes involve laws and regulations that supply chains must comply with, which can impact how they operate. 9. Why is it important to monitor competitive forces in the supply chain environment? A. To reduce employee turnover. B. To ensure compliance with environmental regulations. C. To adjust strategies for pricing, quality, and delivery standards. D. To increase the number of suppliers. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Monitoring competitive forces helps organizations adjust their strategies regarding pricing, quality, and delivery to remain competitive in the market. 10. What benefit does an efficient supply chain provide to a company? A. Higher inventory costs. B. Increased delivery times. C. Competitive advantage through lower costs and faster delivery. D. Decreased customer satisfaction. Correct answer, C. Explanation. An efficient supply chain can lower costs and reduce delivery times, providing a competitive advantage and enhancing customer satisfaction. Section B. Strategic Scope and Objectives. Overview. Defining the scope and objectives of a supply chain strategy is essential for setting a clear direction and measurable goals. This section focuses on how organizations can establish strategic objectives that align with their overall business goals. Key topics. 1. Defining strategic scope. Establishing the scope of a supply chain strategy involves determining which markets, products, and regions to focus on. A. Market segmentation. Role. Identifying distinct groups of customers to tailor strategies accordingly. Example. A clothing retailer segments its market into teenagers, young adults, and professionals, each with different preferences and buying behaviors. B. Product range. Role. Deciding which products or services to offer within the supply chain. Example. A technology company chooses to focus on both hardware, like laptops, and software, like operating systems, to cater to a wide range of customer needs. C. Geographical reach. Role. Determining the geographic areas the supply chain will serve. Example. An e-commerce company decides to expand its delivery services from a national to an international level. 2. Setting strategic objectives. Strategic objectives guide the supply chain's actions and decisions, ensuring alignment with overall business goals. A. Cost leadership. Role. Aiming to be the lowest cost producer in the industry. Example. A discount retailer focuses on reducing operational costs through efficient supply chain management to offer lower prices to customers. B. Differentiation. Role. Offering unique products or services that stand out in the market. Example. A luxury car manufacturer emphasizes superior design and performance to differentiate itself from competitors. C. Responsiveness. Role. Quickly adapting to changes in customer demand and market conditions. Example. A fast fashion retailer rapidly adjusts its product lines based on the latest trends to meet customer expectations. D. Sustainability. Role. Integrating environmentally and socially responsible practices into the supply chain. Example. A food company sources ingredients from sustainable farms and reduces packaging waste to minimize its environmental impact. Conclusion. Defining the strategic scope and setting clear objectives are crucial for directing supply chain efforts and achieving business goals. By segmenting markets, determining product ranges, and establishing geographical reach, organizations can focus their supply chain strategies effectively. Setting objectives such as cost leadership, differentiation, responsiveness, and sustainability ensures that supply chain activities align with overall business strategies, leading to improved performance and competitive advantage. Let's take a small MCQ practice test about Section B, Strategic Scope and Objectives. 1. What is the primary goal of defining the strategic scope in a supply chain strategy? A. To increase the number of suppliers. B. To set measurable performance metrics. C. To determine which markets, products, and regions to focus on. D. To decrease the amount of inventory held. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Defining the strategic scope involves identifying which markets, products, and regions the supply chain will focus on to align with business goals. 2. What is market segmentation in the context of supply chain strategy? A. Dividing a market into distinct groups of customers with similar needs. B. Reducing the number of suppliers. C. Increasing the geographical reach of the supply chain. D. Implementing a cost leadership strategy. Correct answer: A. Explanation. Market segmentation involves dividing a market into distinct groups of customers who have similar needs and behaviors, allowing for more targeted strategies. 3. Which of the following is a characteristic of a cost leadership strategy? A. Offering unique and high-quality products. B. Being the lowest cost producer in the industry. C. Responding quickly to market changes. D. Focusing on sustainability and eco-friendly practices. Correct answer: B. Explanation. A cost leadership strategy aims to become the lowest cost producer in the industry, allowing the company to offer lower prices and gain a competitive advantage. 4. How does a differentiation strategy provide a competitive advantage? A. By increasing inventory turnover. B. By reducing production costs. C. By offering unique products or services that stand out in the market. D. By limiting geographical reach. Correct answer: C. Explanation. A differentiation strategy involves offering unique products or services that are perceived as distinct and superior, helping the company to stand out in the market. 5. Which of the following best describes the responsiveness objective in supply chain strategy? A. Minimizing the environmental impact of supply chain operations. B. Quickly adapting to changes in customer demand and market conditions. C. Reducing the number of product lines offered. D. Increasing production efficiency through automation. Correct answer: B. Explanation. The responsiveness objective focuses on the ability to quickly adapt to changes in customer demand and market conditions to meet customer needs effectively. 6. What is a key benefit of aligning supply chain strategy with business strategy? A. Reducing the number of suppliers. B. Ensuring that supply chain activities support overall business goals. C. Limiting the scope of market reach. D. Increasing the complexity of the supply chain. Correct answer: B. Explanation. Aligning supply chain strategy with business strategy ensures that all supply chain activities are directed towards achieving the overall goals and objectives of the business. 7. Which strategic objective focuses on integrating environmentally and socially responsible practices into the supply chain? A. Cost leadership. B. Differentiation. C. Responsiveness. D. Sustainability. Correct answer: D. Explanation. The sustainability objective focuses on incorporating environmentally and socially responsible practices into the supply chain to minimize negative impacts and promote long-term viability. 8. In the context of strategic scope, what does product range refer to? A. The geographical areas the supply chain will serve. B. The variety of products or services offered within the supply chain. C. The number of suppliers involved in the supply chain. D. The speed of product delivery to customers. Correct answer: B. Explanation. Product range refers to the variety of products or services offered within the supply chain, determining the breadth and depth of the product offerings. 9. What is the main focus of cost leadership as a strategic objective? A. Offering the highest quality products in the market. B. Differentiating products to meet unique customer needs. C. Being the lowest cost producer to offer competitive pricing. D. Expanding into new geographic regions. Correct answer: C. Explanation. Cost leadership focuses on being the lowest cost producer in the market, enabling the company to offer competitive pricing and attract cost-sensitive customers. 10. Which aspect of strategic scope involves determining the geographic areas the supply chain will serve? A. Market segmentation. B. Product range. C. Geographical reach. D. Cost leadership. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Geographical reach involves deciding which geographic areas the supply chain will serve, impacting the scope and scale of operations. Section C. Developing and managing organizational strategy. Overview. Organizational strategy involves creating and implementing plans that support the achievement of strategic objectives. This section covers the processes involved in developing and managing organizational strategies. Key topics. 1. Strategic planning process. The strategic planning process helps organizations set priorities, allocate resources, and ensure that everyone is working toward common goals. A. Environmental scanning. Role. Analyzing internal and external factors that could impact the organization. Example. A retail company assesses market trends, competitor activities, and customer preferences to identify opportunities and threats. B. Strategy formulation. Role. Developing strategies based on the insights gained from environmental scanning. Example. A tech company decides to invest in artificial intelligence and machine learning to stay ahead of the competition. C. Strategy implementation. Role. Executing the formulated strategies through coordinated efforts across the organization. Example. A manufacturing firm rolls out a new production process aimed at reducing waste and improving efficiency. D. Strategy evaluation. Role. Monitoring and assessing the effectiveness of the implemented strategies. Example. A service company regularly reviews customer feedback and performance metrics to determine if their new customer service strategy is working. 2. Strategic management tools. Various tools can aid in the development and management of organizational strategies, providing structured frameworks for analysis and decision-making. A. SWOT analysis. Role. Identifying strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. Example. A healthcare provider uses SWOT analysis to understand its strong points, such as advanced medical technology, and areas for improvement, like patient wait times. B. Balanced scorecard. Role. Measuring organizational performance across multiple perspectives, including financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. Example. A financial services firm uses a balanced scorecard to track performance metrics like customer satisfaction, process efficiency, and employee training. C. Porter's 5 forces. Role. Analyzing the competitive forces that shape an industry. Example. A food and beverage company uses Porter's 5 forces to assess the bargaining power of suppliers, the threat of new entrants, and other competitive pressures. Conclusion. Developing and managing organizational strategy involves a structured process of planning, formulating, implementing, and evaluating strategies. Tools like SWOT analysis, the balanced scorecard, and Porter's 5 forces provide valuable frameworks for analysis and decision-making. By conducting environmental scanning, formulating strategies, implementing them effectively, and continuously evaluating their success, organizations can achieve their strategic objectives and drive long-term success. Let's take a small MCQ practice test about Section C, Developing and Managing Organizational Strategy. 1. What is the first step in the strategic planning process? A. Strategy implementation. B. Strategy formulation. C. Environmental scanning. D. Strategy evaluation. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Environmental scanning is the first step in the strategic planning process, involving the analysis of external and internal environments to identify opportunities and threats. 2. Which of the following best describes strategy formulation? A. Monitoring the performance of implemented strategies. B. Developing plans to achieve strategic objectives. C. Executing the strategic plans. D. Analyzing the internal capabilities of the organization. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Strategy formulation involves developing plans and strategies to achieve the organization's strategic objectives based on the analysis of the environment. 3. What is the role of strategy implementation in the strategic planning process? A. Identifying internal strengths and weaknesses. B. Executing the strategic plans and initiatives. C. Evaluating the effectiveness of strategies. D. Scanning the external environment. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Strategy implementation is the process of executing the strategic plans and initiatives to achieve the set objectives. 4. Which tool is used to identify the internal strengths and weaknesses and external opportunities and threats? A. Balanced scorecard. B. Porter's 5 forces. C. SWOT analysis. D. Pest analysis. Correct answer, C. Explanation. SWOT analysis is used to identify the internal strengths and weaknesses of an organization, as well as external opportunities and threats. 5. What is the primary purpose of the balanced scorecard? A. To analyze competitive forces. B. To track financial performance only. C. To provide a comprehensive framework for measuring organizational performance across multiple perspectives. D. To assess the total cost of ownership. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The balanced scorecard provides a comprehensive framework for measuring organizational performance across multiple perspectives, including financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. 6. Which strategic management tool focuses on analyzing the competitive forces within an industry? A. SWOT analysis. B. Balanced scorecard. C. Pest analysis. D. Porter's 5 forces. Correct answer, D. Explanation. Porter's 5 forces focuses on analyzing the competitive forces within an industry to understand the level of competition and profitability. 7. What does environmental scanning involve in the context of strategic planning? A. Implementing the strategic plans. B. Monitoring and evaluating strategy performance. C. Analyzing external and internal environments to identify opportunities and threats. D. Formulating strategic objectives. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Environmental scanning involves analyzing the external and internal environments to identify opportunities and threats that could impact the organization. 8. Why is strategy evaluation important in the strategic planning process? A. To develop plans and initiatives. B. To execute the strategic plans. C. To ensure that implemented strategies are effective and aligned with objectives. D. To identify internal capabilities and resources. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Strategy evaluation is important to ensure that the implemented strategies are effective and aligned with the organization's objectives, allowing for adjustments if necessary. 9. Which of the following is a key component of the strategy formulation process? A. Identifying external threats. B. Executing strategic plans. C. Setting strategic goals and objectives. D. Monitoring strategy performance. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Setting strategic goals and objectives is a key component of the strategy formulation process, providing direction and targets for the organization. 10. How does the balanced scorecard help in strategic management? A. By reducing costs associated with strategy implementation. B. By providing a single perspective on organizational performance. C. By offering a balanced view of organizational performance across multiple dimensions. D. By analyzing the external environment. Correct answer, C. Explanation. The balanced scorecard helps in strategic management by offering a balanced view of organizational performance across multiple dimensions, including financial, customer, internal processes, and learning and growth. Let's take a small break and remind you that it will be a great support to subscribe to Simple Understanding channel and like the video. Thanks in advance. Let's continue with Section D, Functional and Operational Strategies. Overview. Functional and operational strategies focus on specific areas within an organization, such as production, marketing, and logistics. These strategies must align with the overall organizational strategy to ensure cohesive operations. Key topics. 1. Aligning functional strategies. Functional strategies must be integrated and aligned with the broader organizational goals to ensure seamless operations and effective execution. A. Production strategy. Role. Determining how products will be manufactured to meet quality, cost, and delivery objectives. Example: a car manufacturer adopts a production strategy that emphasizes automation and lean manufacturing to increase efficiency and reduce costs. B. Marketing strategy. Role: creating plans to promote and sell products effectively. Example: a tech company launches a marketing campaign focused on the unique features of its new smartphone to differentiate it from competitors. C. Logistics strategy. Role: managing the movement of goods from suppliers to customers efficiently. Example: an e-commerce retailer develops a logistics strategy that includes multiple distribution centers to ensure fast and reliable delivery. 2. Operational efficiency. Improving operational efficiency is key to enhancing productivity and reducing costs across functional areas. A. Lean manufacturing. Role: eliminating waste and optimizing processes to improve efficiency. Example: a furniture manufacturer implements lean manufacturing techniques to streamline production and reduce inventory costs. B. Just-in-time, JIT. Role: producing or procuring goods only as they are needed to minimize inventory costs. Example: an electronics manufacturer uses JIT to ensure components arrive just in time for assembly, reducing the need for large inventories. C. Total quality management, TQM. Role: focusing on continuous improvement and customer satisfaction. Example: a pharmaceutical company adopts TQM practices to enhance product quality and ensure compliance with regulatory standards. Conclusion. Functional and operational strategies are crucial for aligning various departments with the overall organizational strategy. By focusing on production, marketing, and logistics strategies, and improving operational efficiency through lean manufacturing, JIT, and TQM, organizations can achieve cohesive operations and drive performance improvements. Let's take a small MCQ practice test about Section D, Functional and Operational Strategies. 1. What is the main focus of a production strategy within a supply chain? A. Marketing the products to customers. B. Efficiently producing goods and services. C. Distributing products to retailers. D. Managing financial resources. Correct answer: B. Explanation. A production strategy focuses on the efficient production of goods and services to meet customer demand and business goals. 2. Which strategy aims to promote and sell products to customers? A. Production strategy. B. Marketing strategy. C. Logistics strategy. D. Financial strategy. Correct answer: B. Explanation. A marketing strategy focuses on promoting and selling products to customers, identifying market needs, and effectively positioning products. 3. What is the primary goal of a logistics strategy? A. Designing new products. B. Reducing production costs. C. Managing the flow of goods from production to the customer. D. Enhancing marketing campaigns. Correct answer: C. Explanation. A logistics strategy aims to manage the efficient flow and storage of goods from production to the end customer. 4. Which of the following best describes lean manufacturing? A. Increasing production speed by reducing quality checks. B. Eliminating waste and improving process efficiency. C. Stockpiling inventory to prevent shortages. D. Investing heavily in advertising. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Lean manufacturing focuses on eliminating waste and improving efficiency in production processes, enhancing value for customers. 5. What is the goal of just-in-time (JIT) manufacturing? A. Increasing the amount of inventory held. B. Producing goods only as they are needed to reduce inventory costs. C. Extending product lines. D. Enhancing employee training programs. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Just-in-time (JIT) manufacturing aims to produce goods only as they are needed, reducing inventory costs and minimizing waste. 6. Which operational strategy focuses on continuous improvement and maintaining high-quality standards? A. Lean manufacturing. B. Just-in-time (JIT). C. Total quality management (TQM). D. Production strategy. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Total quality management (TQM) focuses on continuous improvement and maintaining high-quality standards throughout the production process. 7. How can aligning functional strategies with the overall organizational strategy benefit a company? A. By reducing the need for market segmentation. B. By ensuring cohesive operations and supporting business objectives. C. By increasing the number of suppliers. D. By simplifying financial reporting. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Aligning functional strategies with the overall organizational strategy ensures cohesive operations and supports the achievement of business objectives. 8. Which of the following is a benefit of implementing lean manufacturing? A. Increasing inventory levels. B. Reducing production lead times and costs. C. Enhancing marketing reach. D. Expanding product lines. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Lean manufacturing reduces production lead times and costs by eliminating waste and improving process efficiency. 9. What is the primary focus of a production strategy? A. Selling products to end customers. B. Efficiently producing high-quality products. C. Managing customer relationships. D. Enhancing financial investments. Correct answer, B. Explanation. A production strategy focuses on the efficient production of high-quality products to meet market demand. 10. Which functional strategy deals with the movement, storage, and processing of goods within the supply chain? A. Marketing strategy. B. Production strategy. C. Logistics strategy. D. Financial strategy. Correct answer, C. Explanation. A logistics strategy deals with the movement, storage, and processing of goods within the supply chain, ensuring products are delivered efficiently and effectively. Section E. Environments, Types, and Layouts. Overview. The production environment and facility layout significantly impact the efficiency and effectiveness of supply chain operations. This section explores different types of production environments and their corresponding layouts. Key topics. 1. Types of production environments. Different production environments suit different types of products and customer demands. A. Make-to-stock, MTS. Role. Producing goods for inventory based on demand forecasts. Example. A toy manufacturer produces popular items in advance to ensure they are available during peak seasons. B. Make-to-order, MTO. Role. Producing goods only after receiving customer orders. Example. A custom furniture maker builds pieces only after customers have specified their preferences and placed orders. C. Assemble-to-order, ATO. Role. Assembling products from pre-manufactured components after receiving customer orders. Example. A computer company assembles PCs based on customer specifications using pre-made components. D. Engineer to order, ETO. Role: designing and producing unique products based on customer requirements. Example: a construction company designs and builds custom homes based on client specifications. 2. Facility layouts. The layout of a facility plays a crucial role in the efficiency of production processes. A. Process layout. Role: grouping similar processes together. Example: a machine shop arranges its equipment by function, with all lathes in one area and all milling machines in another. B. Product layout. Role: arranging production resources in a sequence that matches the production process. Example: an automobile assembly line arranges workstations in the order of the assembly process, from chassis construction to final inspections. C. Cellular layout. Role: grouping different processes into cells that work on similar products. Example: a company manufacturing small electronics sets up cells where teams work on specific models from start to finish. D. Fixed position layout. Role: keeping the product stationary while workers and equipment move around it. Example: in shipbuilding, the ship remains in one place while workers and materials are brought to it for construction. Conclusion: understanding the types of production environments and facility layouts is essential for optimizing supply chain operations. Make-to-stock, make-to-order, assemble-to-order, and engineer-to-order environments cater to different production needs. Facility layouts such as process, product, cellular, and fixed position layouts are designed to enhance production efficiency and effectiveness. By choosing the right environment and layout, organizations can improve their production processes and meet customer demands more effectively. Let's take a small practice test for Section E: Environments, Types, and Layouts. 1. Which type of production environment focuses on producing goods to replenish inventory based on forecasted demand? A. Make-to-order, MTO. B. Assemble-to-order, ATO. C. Make-to-stock, MTS. D. Engineer-to-order, ETO. Correct answer: C. Explanation: make-to-stock, MTS, focuses on producing goods to replenish inventory based on forecasted demand, ensuring products are available for customers. 2. What is a key characteristic of a make-to-order, MTO, production environment? Producing goods for immediate sale from inventory. B. Customizing products after receiving customer orders. C. Assembling products from standard components. D. Designing and producing unique products for each customer. Correct answer: B. Explanation: in a make-to-order, MTO, environment, production begins only after receiving customer orders, allowing for customization to meet specific requirements. 3. Which type of layout is best suited for manufacturing standardized products in large volumes? A. Process layout. B. Product layout. C. Cellular layout. D. Fixed position layout. Correct answer: B. Explanation: product layout is best suited for manufacturing standardized products in large volumes, as it arranges production equipment in a sequence that matches the production process. 4. What is the primary benefit of a cellular layout in manufacturing? A. Flexibility in handling a variety of products. B. Reduced production lead times. C. High efficiency in producing standardized products. D. Minimizing the need for specialized equipment. Correct answer: A. Explanation: cellular layout offers flexibility in handling a variety of products by grouping different machines into cells that can produce a range of similar products efficiently. 5. Which production environment is characterized by designing and producing unique products for each customer? A. Make-to-stock, MTS. B. Assemble-to-order, ATO. C. Make-to-order, MTO. D. Engineer-to-order, ETO. Correct answer: D. Explanation: Engineer to order, ETO, involves designing and producing unique products for each customer, often requiring significant customization and engineering effort. 6. What type of facility layout is ideal for projects where the product is too large to move? A. Process layout. B. Product layout. C. Cellular layout. D. Fixed position layout. Correct answer, D. Explanation. Fixed position layout is ideal for projects where the product is too large or heavy to move, and workers and equipment come to the product location for assembly. 7. Which production environment allows for rapid customization by assembling products from standard components? A. Make-to-stock, MTS. B. Assemble-to-order, ATO. C. Make-to-order, MTO. D. Engineer-to-order, ETO. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Assemble-to-order, ATO, allows for rapid customization by assembling products from pre-manufactured, standard components based on customer orders. 8. What is a key advantage of using a process layout in manufacturing? A. High efficiency for large volume production. B. Flexibility to handle a wide variety of products. C. Minimizing transportation costs. D. Simplifying quality control processes. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Process layout provides flexibility to handle a wide variety of products by grouping similar processes together, making it suitable for customized and low-volume production. 9. Which type of facility layout is designed to minimize the distance and movement of materials between different stages of production? A. Process layout. B. Product layout. C. Cellular layout. D. Fixed position layout. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Product layout is designed to minimize the distance and movement of materials between different stages of production by arranging equipment in a sequential order. 10. In which production environment are standard components often assembled to create a finished product based on customer specifications? A. Make-to-stock, MTS. B. Assemble-to-order, ATO. C. Make-to-order, MTO. D. Engineer-to-order, ETO. Correct answer, B. Explanation. In an assemble-to-order, ATO, environment, standard components are assembled to create a finished product based on specific customer specifications, allowing for rapid customization. Section F. Performance Monitoring and KPIs. Overview. Monitoring performance and using key performance indicators, KPIs, are essential for assessing supply chain effectiveness and driving continuous improvement. This section covers the importance of KPIs and how to implement them effectively. Key topics. 1. Importance of performance monitoring. Regular performance monitoring helps in tracking progress, identifying areas for improvement, and ensuring alignment with strategic goals. A. Tracking progress. Role. Keeping an eye on how well the supply chain is performing against set targets. Example. Regularly reviewing delivery times to ensure they meet customer expectations and identifying trends over time. B. Identifying areas for improvement. Role. Pinpointing inefficiencies or issues that need to be addressed. Example. Analyzing production data to identify bottlenecks in the manufacturing process and taking corrective action. C. Ensuring strategic alignment. Role. Making sure that supply chain activities align with the overall business strategy. Example. Ensuring that cost-saving measures in the supply chain do not compromise product quality or customer satisfaction. 2. Common supply chain KPIs. KPIs provide measurable values that help in assessing supply chain performance and identifying improvement areas. A. Inventory turnover. Role. Measures how often inventory is sold and replaced over a period. Example. A high turnover rate indicates efficient inventory management, while a low rate may suggest overstocking or slow-moving products. B. Order fulfillment lead time. Role. the time taken from receiving an order to delivering it to the customer. Example, a shorter lead time indicates a more responsive and efficient supply chain, enhancing customer satisfaction. C. Supply chain cycle time. Role, the total time taken to complete the supply chain process from procurement to delivery. Example, reducing cycle time can improve efficiency and customer satisfaction by speeding up the entire process. D. Perfect order rate. Role, the percentage of orders delivered without errors, on time, and in full. Example, a high perfect order rate indicates a reliable and efficient supply chain, leading to higher customer satisfaction and fewer returns or complaints. E. Cost of goods sold (COGS). Role, the direct costs attributable to the production of the goods sold by the company. Example, monitoring COGS helps in understanding production cost efficiency and identifying cost-saving opportunities. F. On-time delivery rate. Role, the percentage of orders delivered on or before the promised delivery date. Example, a high on-time delivery rate reflects a dependable supply chain that meets customer expectations. G. Return rate. Role, the percentage of products returned by customers. Example, a low return rate indicates high product quality and customer satisfaction. 3. Implementing KPIs. Implementing KPIs effectively involves selecting the right metrics, setting realistic targets, and regularly reviewing performance. A. Selecting the right KPIs. Role, choosing KPIs that align with business goals and provide actionable insights. Example, a retailer might focus on inventory turnover and order fulfillment lead time, while a manufacturer might prioritize supply chain cycle time and perfect order rate. B. Setting realistic targets. Role, establishing achievable performance targets based on historical data and industry benchmarks. Example, setting a target for reducing order fulfillment lead time by 10% over the next year. C. Regularly reviewing performance. Role, continuously monitoring KPIs to track progress and make adjustments as needed. Example, holding monthly review meetings to discuss KPI performance and identify any necessary corrective actions. Conclusion, performance monitoring and using KPIs are crucial for evaluating supply chain effectiveness and driving continuous improvement. By tracking progress, identifying areas for improvement, and ensuring strategic alignment, organizations can enhance their supply chain operations. Implementing common KPIs like inventory turnover, order fulfillment lead time, supply chain cycle time, perfect order rate, cost of goods sold, on-time delivery rate, and return rate provides valuable insights into performance and helps identify areas that need attention. Regularly reviewing and adjusting these KPIs ensures sustained improvement and alignment with business objectives. Let's take a small practice for Section F, Performance Monitoring and KPIs. 1. What is the primary purpose of performance monitoring in supply chain management? A. To reduce the number of suppliers. B. To track progress and ensure strategic alignment. C. To increase production costs. D. To expand the product range. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The primary purpose of performance monitoring is to track progress, identify areas for improvement, and ensure that the supply chain activities are aligned with the overall strategic goals of the organization. 2. Which of the following is a common KPI used to measure the efficiency of inventory management? A. Order fulfillment lead time. B. Inventory turnover. C. Perfect order rate. D. Supply chain cycle time. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Inventory turnover is a common KPI used to measure the efficiency of inventory management, indicating how often inventory is sold and replaced over a period. 3. What is the KPI order fulfillment lead time measure? A. The total time taken to fulfill a customer order from the moment it is placed to delivery. B. The accuracy of order picking in the warehouse. C. The amount of time products spend in storage. D. The total cost of fulfilling an order. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Order fulfillment lead time measures the total time taken to fulfill a customer order from the moment it is placed until the product is delivered to the customer. 4. Why is the perfect order rate an important KPI in supply chain management? A. It measures the total number of orders processed. B. It indicates the percentage of orders delivered without errors or delays. C. It tracks the cost of order fulfillment. D. It measures the number of suppliers used. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The perfect order rate is an important KPI because it indicates the percentage of orders delivered without errors or delays, reflecting the overall efficiency and accuracy of the supply chain. 5. Which KPI helps in evaluating the overall speed of the supply chain from order to delivery? A. Inventory turnover. B. Supply chain cycle time. C. Order fulfillment lead time. D. Perfect order rate. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Supply chain cycle time helps in evaluating the overall speed of the supply chain by measuring the total time from order placement to delivery, encompassing all stages of the supply chain. 6. What is the significance of tracking inventory turnover as a KPI? A. It measures customer satisfaction levels. B. It indicates how effectively inventory is managed and sold. C. It tracks the time taken to process customer orders. D. It measures the accuracy of financial reporting. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Tracking inventory turnover is significant because it indicates how effectively inventory is managed and sold, helping to assess inventory efficiency and optimize stock levels. 7. Which KPI can help identify bottlenecks in the supply chain process? A. Inventory turnover. B. Order fulfillment lead time. C. Supply chain cycle time. D. Perfect order rate. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Supply chain cycle time can help identify bottlenecks in the supply chain process by measuring the total time from order placement to delivery, highlighting areas where delays occur. 8. How can performance monitoring contribute to continuous improvement in supply chain management? A. By reducing the number of products offered. B. By identifying areas for improvement and implementing changes. C. By increasing the number of suppliers. D. By simplifying financial processes. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Performance monitoring contributes to continuous improvement by identifying areas for improvement, allowing for the implementation of changes to enhance efficiency and effectiveness. 9. What does the KPI perfect order rate include when measuring supply chain performance? A. Cost of production. B. Accuracy of order, timely delivery, and complete order fulfillment. C. Number of products returned. D. Inventory holding costs. Correct answer, B. Explanation. The perfect order rate includes accuracy of order, timely delivery, and complete order fulfillment, providing a comprehensive measure of order accuracy and customer satisfaction. 10. Why is it important to ensure that supply chain KPIs align with strategic objectives? A. To increase the complexity of supply chain operations. B. To ensure that performance measures support overall business goals. C. To decrease the number of customer orders. D. To simplify the supply chain process. Correct answer, B. Explanation. It is important to ensure that supply chain KPIs align with strategic objectives to ensure that performance measures support overall business goals, driving the organization towards achieving its strategic targets. Section G. Risk Management. Overview. Risk management involves identifying, assessing, and mitigating risks that could disrupt supply chain operations. This section provides an overview of risk management strategies and tools. Key topics. 1. Identifying supply chain risks. Understanding different types of risks is the first step in effective risk management. A. Supply risks. Role: risks related to the supply of raw materials and components. Example: a natural disaster disrupting the supply of key components from a specific region. B. Demand risks. Role: risks related to changes in customer demand. Example: a sudden drop in demand for a product due to a change in consumer preferences. C. Operational risks. Role: risks related to internal processes and operations. Example: machinery breakdowns causing delays in production. D. Financial risks. Role: risks related to financial stability and costs. Example: currency fluctuations affecting the cost of imported materials. 2. Risk mitigation strategies. Implementing strategies to minimize the impact of identified risks is crucial for maintaining supply chain stability. A. Diversifying suppliers. Role: reducing reliance on a single supplier to mitigate supply risks. Example: sourcing components from multiple suppliers in different regions to avoid disruption from any single source. B. Increasing inventory buffers. Role: holding additional inventory to cushion against supply disruptions. Example: keeping extra stock of critical components to avoid production halts in case of supply delays. Implementing robust contingency plans. Role: preparing for potential disruptions with well-defined response plans. Example: having alternative logistics providers ready in case of transportation issues, ensuring that deliveries can continue smoothly even if one provider fails. D. Strengthening supplier relationships. Role: building strong relationships with suppliers to enhance communication and reliability. Example: collaborating closely with suppliers to improve supply chain transparency and react quickly to potential disruptions. E. Investing in technology. Role: utilizing technology to monitor and manage risks effectively. Example: implementing supply chain management software that provides real-time data and predictive analytics to identify and mitigate risks proactively. 3. Risk assessment and monitoring. Continuously assessing and monitoring risks helps in maintaining a resilient supply chain. A. Risk assessment. Role: evaluating the potential impact and likelihood of risks. Example: conducting regular risk assessments to identify new risks and reassess existing ones, ensuring that risk management strategies remain effective. B. Risk monitoring. Role: keeping track of identified risks and their mitigation measures. Example: using key risk indicators, KRIs, to monitor risks and ensure that they are within acceptable limits, allowing for timely intervention if necessary. Conclusion: effective risk management in supply chains involves identifying various types of risks, implementing strategies to mitigate their impact, and continuously assessing and monitoring these risks. By diversifying suppliers, increasing inventory buffers, implementing robust contingency plans, strengthening supplier relationships, investing in technology, and regularly assessing and monitoring risks, organizations can enhance their resilience and maintain smooth operations even in the face of disruptions. Let's take a small practice test for Section G, Risk Management. 1. Which type of supply chain risk involves issues with suppliers' ability to deliver goods on time? A. Demand risks. B. Operational risks. C. Financial risks. D. Supply risks. Correct answer: D. Explanation: supply risks involve issues with suppliers' ability to deliver goods on time, which can disrupt the supply chain. 2. What is a primary concern of demand risks in supply chain management? A. Delays in production. B. Inaccurate forecasts leading to overproduction or stockouts. C. Supplier bankruptcy. D. Changes in regulatory policies. Correct answer: B. Explanation: demand risks concern inaccurate forecasts that can lead to overproduction or stockouts, impacting inventory levels and customer satisfaction. 3. Which risk management strategy involves using multiple suppliers to mitigate supply chain disruptions? A. Increasing inventory buffers. B. Diversifying suppliers. C. Implementing robust contingency plans. D. Hedging financial risks. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Diversifying suppliers involves using multiple suppliers to mitigate supply chain disruptions and reduce dependency on a single source. 4. What is a key benefit of increasing inventory buffers in risk management? A. Reducing holding costs. B. Minimizing lead times. C. Ensuring availability of goods during supply disruptions. D. Decreasing production costs. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Increasing inventory buffers ensures the availability of goods during supply disruptions, providing a safety stock to meet customer demand. 5. Which risk management strategy focuses on preparing for unexpected events and disruptions? A. Just-in-time, JIT. B. Lean manufacturing. C. Implementing robust contingency plans. D. Total quality management, TQM. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Implementing robust contingency plans focuses on preparing for unexpected events and disruptions, ensuring the supply chain can continue to operate smoothly. 6. What type of risk involves fluctuations in currency exchange rates affecting supply chain costs? A. Operational risks. B. Demand risks. C. Supply risks. D. Financial risks. Correct answer, D. Explanation. Financial risks involve fluctuations in currency exchange rates, interest rates, and other financial factors that can affect supply chain costs. 7. Which of the following is an operational risk in supply chain management? A. Supplier bankruptcy. B. Machine breakdowns. C. Changes in customer preferences. D. Fluctuating currency exchange rates. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Operational risks include internal issues like machine breakdowns, which can disrupt the production process and affect supply chain performance. 8. Why is it important to identify supply chain risks? A. To increase production costs. B. To improve supplier relations. C. To develop strategies to mitigate potential disruptions. D. To expand product lines. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Identifying supply chain risks is important to develop strategies to mitigate potential disruptions and ensure smooth operations. 9. What does implementing robust contingency plans involve? A. Reducing the number of suppliers. B. Preparing for potential supply chain disruptions with predefined responses. C. Increasing production speed. D. Enhancing customer service strategies. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Implementing robust contingency plans involves preparing for potential supply chain disruptions with predefined responses to ensure continuity and minimize impact. 10. Which type of risk can be mitigated by diversifying suppliers? A. Financial risks. B. Operational risks. C. Supply risks. D. Demand risks. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Supply risks can be mitigated by diversifying suppliers, reducing dependency on a single source, and ensuring a more stable supply chain. Let's continue with Section H, Capital Equipment and Facilities. Overview. Managing capital equipment and facilities involves making strategic decisions about investments in physical assets to support supply chain operations. This section discusses the key considerations for managing capital equipment and facilities. Key topics. 1. Capital investment decisions. Making informed decisions about capital investments is crucial for ensuring that resources are allocated effectively to support operational and strategic goals. A. Cost-benefit analysis. Role. Evaluating the financial return of an investment relative to its costs. Example. A manufacturing company conducts a cost-benefit analysis to decide whether to invest in new machinery that could increase production efficiency and reduce long-term costs. B. Return on investment, ROI. Role: measuring the profitability of an investment. Example: a logistics company calculates the ROI of purchasing new delivery trucks, considering factors like fuel savings, maintenance costs, and improved delivery times. C. Total cost of ownership, TCO. Role: assessing the complete cost of owning an asset over its lifespan. Example: a tech firm evaluates the TCO of a new software system, including purchase price, installation costs, training, and ongoing maintenance. 2. Facility management. Effective facility management ensures that physical assets are maintained and utilized efficiently to support supply chain operations. A. Maintenance strategies. Role: ensuring equipment and facilities are kept in good working condition. Example: a factory implements a preventive maintenance program to regularly check and service machinery, preventing breakdowns and costly downtime. B. Facility upgrades. Role: enhancing or replacing facilities to improve performance. Example: a retail chain upgrades its distribution centers with automated sorting systems to increase throughput and reduce labor costs. C. Capacity planning. Role: determining the production capacity needed to meet demand. Example: a food processing company analyzes seasonal demand patterns to ensure it has sufficient capacity to handle peak periods without overinvesting in unused capacity during off-peak times. Conclusion: managing capital equipment and facilities effectively involves making strategic investment decisions and ensuring optimal utilization of physical assets. By conducting cost-benefit analysis, calculating ROI, and assessing TCO, organizations can make informed capital investment decisions. Implementing effective maintenance strategies, planning facility upgrades, and conducting capacity planning ensures that facilities and equipment support efficient and effective supply chain operations. Let's take a small practice test for Section H, Capital Equipment and Facilities. 1. What is the purpose of conducting a cost-benefit analysis when making capital investment decisions? A. To determine the market demand for a product. B. To evaluate the potential returns and risks of the investment. C. To assess employee satisfaction. D. To improve marketing strategies. Correct answer: B. Explanation: a cost-benefit analysis evaluates the potential returns and risks of a capital investment, helping decision-makers understand the financial implications and benefits. 2. Which metric is used to measure the profitability of a capital investment? A. Total cost of ownership, TCO. B. Return on investment, ROI. C. Perfect order rate. D. Inventory turnover. Correct answer: B. Explanation: return on investment, ROI, measures the profitability of a capital investment by comparing the gains from the investment to its costs. 3. What does total cost of ownership, TCO, include? A. Only the initial purchase price of equipment. B. The total cost of acquiring, operating, and maintaining equipment over its lifetime. C. The cost of employee training. D. The cost of marketing the equipment. Correct answer: B. Explanation: total cost of ownership, TCO, includes the total cost of acquiring, operating, and maintaining equipment over its lifetime, providing a comprehensive view of the investment's financial impact. 4. Why is capacity planning important in facility management? A. To reduce marketing expenses. B. To ensure that production facilities can meet current and future demand. C. To increase the number of suppliers. D. To improve customer satisfaction. Correct answer: B. Explanation: capacity planning is important to ensure that production facilities can meet current and future demand, avoiding bottlenecks and ensuring efficient operations. 5. What is a key consideration when making facility upgrade decisions? A. The aesthetic appearance of the facility. B. The potential to improve production efficiency and reduce costs. C. The number of employees in the facility. D. The location of suppliers. Correct answer, B. Explanation. When making facility upgrade decisions, it is crucial to consider the potential to improve production efficiency and reduce costs, ensuring a positive return on investment. 6. Which strategy focuses on maintaining equipment to prevent unexpected breakdowns and production delays? A. Lean manufacturing. B. Just-in-time, JIT. C. Preventive maintenance. D. Total quality management, TQM. Correct answer, C. Explanation. Preventive maintenance focuses on maintaining equipment to prevent unexpected breakdowns and production delays, ensuring smooth and continuous operations. 7. How does maintenance strategy contribute to facility management? A. By reducing the number of suppliers. B. By ensuring equipment reliability and minimizing downtime. C. By increasing inventory levels. D. By improving customer relations. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Maintenance strategy contributes to facility management by ensuring equipment reliability and minimizing downtime, supporting efficient and uninterrupted production. 8. What is a key benefit of conducting a thorough cost-benefit analysis for capital investments? A. Reducing employee training costs. B. Making informed decisions that maximize financial returns. C. Simplifying marketing strategies. D. Increasing the number of product lines. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Conducting a thorough cost-benefit analysis for capital investments allows for informed decision-making that maximizes financial returns and minimizes risks. 9. Which of the following best describes capacity planning? A. Designing new products. B. Ensuring production facilities can meet demand. C. Improving supplier relations. D. Increasing inventory turnover. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Capacity planning ensures that production facilities can meet current and future demand, avoiding bottlenecks and ensuring efficient operations. 10. Why is total cost of ownership, TCO, an important metric in capital equipment management? A. It focuses on short-term costs. B. It provides a comprehensive view of all costs associated with the equipment. C. It measures customer satisfaction. D. It simplifies financial reporting. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Total cost of ownership, TCO, is important because it provides a comprehensive view of all costs associated with the equipment, including acquisition, operation, and maintenance, helping in making informed investment decisions. And now with the final section of Module 1, Sustainability Strategies. Overview. Sustainability strategies focus on minimizing the environmental impact of supply chain operations while maintaining economic viability. This section covers the importance of sustainability and how to implement sustainable practices in supply chains. Key topics. 1. Sustainable supply chain practices. Implementing sustainable practices helps reduce environmental impact and promote long-term operational efficiency. A. Reducing carbon footprint. Role. Minimizing greenhouse gas emissions from supply chain activities. Example. A logistics company switches to electric delivery vehicles to reduce carbon emissions and improve air quality. B. Efficient resource utilization. Role. Using resources more efficiently to minimize waste and reduce costs. Example. A manufacturing firm implements water recycling systems to reduce water consumption and lower operational costs. C. Waste reduction and recycling. Role. Reducing waste generation and promoting recycling efforts. Example. A packaging company designs products using recyclable materials and implements a take-back program to recycle used packaging. 2. Sustainability metrics. Measuring and tracking sustainability metrics is essential for assessing the effectiveness of sustainability initiatives and driving continuous improvement. A. Carbon emissions. Role: tracking the amount of greenhouse gases emitted from supply chain activities. Example: a company monitors its carbon footprint by measuring emissions from transportation, production, and facilities, and sets targets for reduction. B. Energy consumption. Role: measuring the amount of energy used in supply chain operations. Example: a retailer tracks energy usage in its stores and warehouses, implementing energy-saving measures like LED lighting and solar panels to reduce consumption. C. Waste generation. Role: quantifying the amount of waste produced by supply chain activities. Example: a food producer measures waste generated during production and sets goals to reduce food waste through better inventory management and donation programs. Conclusion: sustainability strategies are crucial for minimizing the environmental impact of supply chain operations while maintaining economic viability. By implementing sustainable practices such as reducing carbon footprint, efficient resource utilization, and waste reduction and recycling, organizations can promote environmental stewardship. Tracking sustainability metrics like carbon emissions, energy consumption, and waste generation ensures that sustainability initiatives are effective and drive continuous improvement. Let's take a small practice test for Section 1. Sustainability strategies. 1. What is the primary goal of sustainability strategies in supply chain management? A. To increase inventory levels. B. To minimize the environmental impact while maintaining economic viability. C. To expand the product range. D. To reduce marketing expenses. Correct answer: B. Explanation: the primary goal of sustainability strategies is to minimize the environmental impact of supply chain operations while maintaining economic viability. 2. Which practice helps in reducing the carbon footprint of a supply chain? A. Increasing inventory buffers. B. Efficient transportation and logistics planning. C. Expanding geographical reach. D. Diversifying suppliers. Correct answer: B. Explanation: efficient transportation and logistics planning helps in reducing the carbon footprint by optimizing routes, consolidating shipments, and using fuel-efficient vehicles. 3. What does efficient resource utilization in a sustainable supply chain involve? A. Increasing production costs. B. Maximizing the use of materials and energy with minimal waste. C. Expanding the product line. D. Reducing the number of suppliers. Correct answer: B. Explanation: efficient resource utilization involves maximizing the use of materials and energy with minimal waste, contributing to sustainability by conserving resources and reducing environmental impact. 4. Which sustainability metric measures the total amount of greenhouse gases produced by supply chain activities? A. Energy consumption. B. Waste generation. C. Carbon emissions. D. Inventory turnover. Correct answer: C. Explanation: carbon emissions measure the total amount of greenhouse gases produced by supply chain activities, providing insight into the environmental impact. 5. How can supply chains contribute to waste reduction and recycling? A. By increasing production speed. B. By implementing practices that minimize waste generation and enhance recycling efforts. C. By reducing the number of suppliers. D. By expanding geographical reach. Correct answer: B. Explanation: supply chains can contribute to waste reduction and recycling by implementing practices that minimize waste generation, such as efficient production processes and recycling programs. 6. What does the sustainability metric energy consumption track? A. The total cost of production. B. The amount of energy used in supply chain operations. C. The number of suppliers used. D. The accuracy of order fulfillment. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Energy consumption tracks the amount of energy used in supply chain operations, helping to identify opportunities for energy efficiency and sustainability improvements. 7. Why is it important to measure sustainability metrics in supply chains? A. To reduce employee training costs. B. To assess and improve the environmental performance of supply chain operations. C. To simplify financial reporting. D. To increase the number of product lines. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Measuring sustainability metrics is important to assess and improve the environmental performance of supply chain operations, ensuring that sustainability goals are met. 8. Which practice helps in achieving efficient resource utilization in supply chains? A. Lean manufacturing. B. Increasing inventory buffers. C. Expanding product range. D. Reducing marketing expenses. Correct answer, A. Explanation. Lean manufacturing helps in achieving efficient resource utilization by eliminating waste, optimizing processes, and maximizing value from resources. 9. What is a key benefit of reducing the carbon footprint in supply chain operations? A. Increasing production costs. B. Enhancing the company's environmental reputation and compliance. C. Expanding the geographical reach. D. Reducing the number of suppliers. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Reducing the carbon footprint enhances the company's environmental reputation and compliance with regulations, contributing to sustainable business practices. 10. How can supply chains minimize waste generation? A. By reducing production speed. B. By implementing efficient production processes and recycling programs. C. By increasing the number of suppliers. D. By expanding product lines. Correct answer, B. Explanation. Supply chains can minimize waste generation by implementing efficient production processes that reduce waste and by establishing recycling programs to manage and reuse materials effectively. That's all. We've just completed Module 1 of the CPIM course on the basics of supply chain management, covering 9 informative sections. If you're excited for Module 2, let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Your support means a lot. You'll find all the materials and more than 2,500 practice test questions and explanations in the downloadable link in the description, so don't forget to take a look.